Dave did. Well, you actually ground it a little.
Yeah. Yes. They're not perfect.
You got welds on the inside, no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at you.
It's not perfect, but we're not building a space shuttle either, so I missed a spot right there.
Well, you better get on that.
Get everything out?
Yep.
It's about a quarter of an inch from the top, right?
Just curious about to see how it moves. So we moved the exhaust when it was up on the rack last week, and then when we took it down, it shifted, and it shouldn't have shifted. I'm talking to the camera, Dave.
Well, bring the camera over here and look at it.
I'm getting dressed at the same time, Dave.
Oh my God!
Give me a friggin' second. It's like working with an old lady over here. Okay, so this is an airline that goes all the way out here. Whoop. To the bumper. And that's how I fill my tires after I air them down. So I went ahead and I drilled a hole through here and here. So now that's nice and tight. And keep in mind that the box only goes to about here. Stops short there. So I'm not going to pinch this line anywhere. And we got like an insulator. What would you call that? An abrasion resistor. And that was no fun. But that's what's happening. And then I called it a strut last time. I looked it up. It's not a strut. It's a gas something or other. Basically, I'll figure it out once this is lowered. It's going to be something that'll mount up here and then mount on the frame over here. And you're going to have to pull it to get it down. And then the idea is that they're not struts that lift like on the hatchback. They're a gas strut is not the right word, so forgive me. But it's like a gas strut that will lift this back up. You give it a little bit of a push, and then the strut catches and just sucks it back up. All right, that's what's going to happen. So in order to get that dimension, we're going to have to lower this back down to where it's going to be. We'll have to do that when it's on the ground. I'll do all that at home. And then I'll get a measurement from, right around in here somewhere to where it's going to mount on the frame. And then we're probably going to have them custom made. And these things they're like over $100 a piece. So they're not cheap, but it'll make this way, way better. And you could get them rated for 100 pounds or more each. And that'll solve the problem of lifting it. So you guys can, get off my...
Not going to work.
What's not going to work?
Not going to work.
What's not going to work?
Whatever you're trying to do.
This guy's got to fuck with me. It's first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Oh, and I cursed. See, I was trying to do this video without cursing. Not going to happen. Not going to Wait till you see tomorrow's Sunday night chat, which might be later today if I'm posting this on Sunday. Because it was a crazy week. I got phone calls from the past. It was crazy stuff going on. Cool. Okay, and now I'm going to put a twist in the top. There. So you might be able to see there's a twist in this. Watching Dave go through this has been painful. There's a slight twist to these because the body or the unirail there, flares out. It flares away towards the rear of the vehicle. Okay, so I just had Dave hold that down. A little, it was up, more from here, obviously. And we picked a point on the frame right there and a mark right here on the side of the box. And when it's down where we want it, the strut perfectly vertical would be 20 inches extended. And when it's closed from here to that same spot on the frame is only 10 inches. So we need a 10-inch. I'm calling it a strut. That's not what it's called, as I said already. But now at least I know what I'm looking for.
That's usually when I'm trying to be careful not to burn myself. I can't see what I'm doing.
Ow!
Watch your head.
That was my knee. I'm trying. This is. Ow. It's the hazards of trying to film something in the shop. I think it's gonna. I think it's bleeding.
What's bleeding?
My knee.
Oh, that's all right. People are gonna ask, how can you see what you're doing? It's just this. The arc is behind that, so I can see around it.
But he closes his eyes when he's doing it. Like,
No.
oh no, you just leave him open. He's Dave is one of these like enhanced humans. He was taken up in a spaceship. When were you abducted?
Huh?
When were you abducted? How old?
Last night, I think.
So last night he was abducted, and they installed these extra lenses over his eyeballs. It's the creepiest thing. He can do like 3 kinds of blinks with different lenses that go over his eyeballs that protect his eyes. So he's not really 100% human anymore.
That's a hell of a tack.
Okay, so it's up there. Now it's only tacked. We're going to weld it, but that's it. So right now there's just bolts. Which I'm actually fine with. We're probably going to get a pin system, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like this is coming down all the time. It's not, right? So that's it. And then I'm going to play with this for now, and I'm going to get the struts. The only thing is, oh shoot, I can't see the mark anymore, but right around here is where the strut is going to bolt to the side. So we're going to have to weld probably where the strut mounts onto the outside of the box, and then it's going to mount right about here. You guys might not be able to hear me because I got the mic spun around, but I've got it worked out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Appreciate the suggestions, but I got it worked out. Also, I thought this out before we got started. It's not like we started this thing and then we're trying to figure out how it's going to work. I know how it's going to work. And I mean, I don't know how much room I made. It should be pretty close to the exact right amount of space. But inside the box, what I've got going on is I've got rubber. It's like a 16th to 3/16 of an inch, or 16th to an eighth, maybe it's an 1/8 inch thick, that's left over from something else. It's a strip, it's about 3/4 inch wide. I got a whole roll of it. I'm going to spray glue that across the bottom of the inside of the box, the steel box. Each one, there's 3 separate compartments for the cans, and I'm going to put that vertically a few times on all the inside walls to isolate the cans and keep them from rubbing. Because if they rub enough, they'll create a hole and the gas will leak out of them. And then right here, Dave just lowered it. So right up along here, I'm going to put rubber against that. Here and here. And that'll hit right up on alongside the cans. And so what I'm hoping I did was, I'm hoping I got it perfect where I could push up on the cans and they kind of lock in place between the steel and the rubber with everything. I could get it up in there and get the bolts or pins in, and that's it. There's no vibration. So if we did everything right, that's going to work. If I have to adjust it a little bit, I got to adjust it a little bit. But in the end, this is going to be fine. And keep in mind, it goes up. I don't take it down very often. So it's not like I'm constantly manipulating this thing. You heard? We got this pinch weld trim stuff here. Exactly as I suspected. Making any noise?
No.
So that was rattling around at one point. We figured that the welds came loose. You want to do that again? Even more friggin' noise?
Oh, see if this is rattling or not. Yeah.
But the Borla, you can see right through. That's the definition of free flowing. It should sound interesting, huh?
The original muffler mount, it goes through the isolator. So I cut it down a little bit. We're putting it through this hole that's in the frame already, and I just forced a 1/2 inch washer over the hex there, and then we're going to put it through there and weld the washer to the outside of it like that, and it should be in good shape.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I do that just because I think the welding looks cool on screen. So we're tacking the muffler parts in place right now. Well, I say we, it's not we. It's Dave. Dave's doing all the work. I'm just standing around like, you know, useless like a superfluous nipple. looking good. Looks good. Oh, look at that. Clamp on light. I gotta get one of these.
Nice.
All right. Whoa. Except when you look into it. Blinded by the light. So we tried to adjust it so it was higher, because every time we lower it, then it lowers afterwards. It's a little low, but it's not moving.
It's a lot tighter.
It's a lot tighter than it was. So I think we're going to be, is that all the way?
I'm just releasing a little bit more.
It looks pretty good. Okay, you guys tell me, is there like a super, like ridiculous high temperature paint that comes in pink or red that I could spray around this? Because I think some of you know what's going to go there. That's it for now. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Everybody say, thank you, Dave. He doesn't care. He's looking at me like, all right, get out of my hair. I don't want to see you for another 6 or 8 months. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. You know what? Why don't you come here and let me turn the van on and see what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Nice rumble from here. Well, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to do something, it's got to be cool. What's the point of doing it? That's probably silhouetted. What's the point of doing it if it ain't cool?